Hey everybody, I'm going to go through a video just kind of showing the inspection.weldingclassroom.org site. As far as the AWS Book of Specifications, the very first module, kind of let you see what's on that, see if you might be interested in taking the whole course. This is a project that's under development, something that I can do over the summer maybe to help some folks who have taken the CWI exam and possibly failed the Part B and had a difficult time with the Book of Specifications, or maybe you're going to be taking a class sometime soon and you'd like to get a little bit of a jump on some of the knowledge. Go ahead and log in. So if you have a username and a password, you can put it in. Then when you log into the website, you'll typically come up with a dashboard here and whatever courses you're enrolled in. Of course, I'll make all the arrangements to get you enrolled in the course, and there will be a fee. I haven't decided on what it is, but I kind of want to show what the typical layout's going to be for one of the modules. So AWS Book of Specifications is the course. Start off, and here's an about the course, how to use it, and there I kind of tell you about working through the course and what grades and files, using the forums, talk about resources and activities, that kind of stuff. So it kind of goes through what we're going to do as far as the technical aspects of it and some of what's going to be covered. Hit the close button down here. This is an example of a forum. This is the announcements forum, so if you'd want to check those announcements to see if any announcements have been made, click on it, and there's the welcome announcement that that I had made as the administrator. And as a student, you can reply to those announcements sometimes. Sometimes you cannot. It just depends on the settings that I put on it. Go back a couple times. There's a glossary, which will actually be an assignment sometimes to actually fill out a glossary term. And the glossary terms you can fill them out yourself as a student and put the definitions with them. It's a good exercise for learning the content a little bit better. There's an introduce yourself forum. That's mandatory. If you enroll for the course and you want to be able to move to the next modules, you're going to have to do some of the things that are mandatory. Just kind of make sure everybody's on the same page, that kind of stuff. And then after that would be done, you can move, which it's already done for this specific profile. Here it is, the question and answer form to see responses. I've got to click here. Now I can reply to this one. And click post to the forum. And now that one is marked off for me as far as one of the tasks that I need to do. Now I should be able to move on to the next one, welcome goals and what you need. And again, just text to read. Link for downloading the AWS Book of Specifications. Goes over kind of what I'll provide. And then we'll take a look at the AWS Book of Specifications. There's a link to a video. Also, or I'm sorry, not a link to the video. This is a link to a book of specifications that I've actually already marked up with contents. Go to the next step. So here's one of the very first assignments. Take a look at your unmarked copy of the Book of Specifications, read the foreword, write a few sentences to describe any statements you find interesting. You can't just create your own document and upload it. Okay, you can make something in Microsoft Word or write it on a piece of paper, take a picture of it, I don't care. But you can upload it. And then when you do the assignment, you just click this Add Submission button. And you can type in text, or you can actually just upload a file. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. So this is actually a question and answer forum. So in this case, in this forum, what you have to do is click here. Tell us something about the hardest part of the forward that you get your head around. I've got to reply to it. And then click post to the forum. And then there's my reply. And that should allow me to go ahead and move on to the next one. And then of course I haven't got this one. Here's a pre-quiz. and I've actually already done the pre-quiz. You'd think I'd get better than a 9.17 when I'm the one that wrote the quiz. Sometimes it happens. You can see an example of the quiz. So you can go back and review it yourself as a student. Typically there'll be some type of feedback in there about each one of the questions. But the purpose of the quizzes is not for you to get a grade. It's for you to learn something. So I'll try to give feedback either on the right answers, wrong answers, or maybe on your quiz overall. So I'm still logged back in. I accidentally closed that window. It'll record pretty much what you're doing. But there will be links to different sections of the Book of Specification study materials. What we're looking at right now is the clause 1, the general. And I can click on it, it'll go right to it. And here is the pre-quiz. There's the date that I attempted it. And go on to the next section, the next session, that kind of stuff. And again, this would just be a resource for learning a little bit more about the AWS Book of Specifications. This is not an all-inclusive AWS CWI course. The biggest thing that we'll have here is going to be the ability to communicate back and forth, and you to communicate with other people that are studying the same subject. So using the forums, very, very important. I haven't decided what the fee is going to be for yet. I'd like to make a little bit of money off of it because I do put a good bit of time into it. But it's also not going to be it's done by me. It's not done by the American Wellness Society. It's not done by any other training organization. This is just something I do in my spare time. So if I can make a little bit of money to go for it, I want to. But if you're in a bind, need some study material, you can always call me for free or send me a text message or an email.